persona. Why? Why Amanda? Why itself Amanda? How did you come out with Amanda as your, the first thing?
Or why British?
Yeah. Why British? I'm not sure how many of you guys have been playing the brain age games. You know that brain tweezing games that broke out somewhere in 2007. It was like you are tweaking your brains, you are asking puzzles, and you play. It broke out in Europe. Okay, it was broke out in Europe. In US, it's still not there. It broke out in Europe for the DS, and you have a lot of female audience, which are like elderly people who play DS on the Europe side. So we thought it's better that we take the target from British. Okay. So why Amanda? A lot of reasons. Let's start with a couple of things by understanding what is her gaming behavior that could be possibly like this. Used to play a lot of board games as a kid. Do you think it's valid? Playing backgammon, playing chess, playing reversi, a lot of board games. Yes, it's valid. Would like her children to learn and play the old classes? Just a simple question. How many of your parents wanted you guys to play chess and become a Viswanathan? Yeah, you can see a lot of smiling faces. That shows that a lot of people got that kind of advice from their parents. Likes recreational games. How many of your mothers have told like, okay, why don't you go out and play something? Why are you sitting at home? Or, come, let's play Uno. Most of your parents have done that. And yes, challenging, that is already mentioned in the first when you actually ask your children to play with you or not. It's a part of it. Maybe there is a slight, link with the question that the sir asked him, like how do you define and saying that, okay, this person, how do you say that this person would do these stuffs? It's not only me that I say over here that Amanda does this stuff. No. For these answers, we do a market research. Okay, it's clearly like you have a market research of identifying the number of games that are already there in the market. For example, the brain age games is something that I talked about. And we have already the statistics of it already online. You can find how many people have given the reviews of it. You can check their ages, you can check their age group. And most of the time, the brain age games were played by a 30-plus-year-old people. It was even the aged-old people who had found out that these games actually keep our mental activities much more better. So it's a market analysis. It's not that we are designing the whole persona out. The answers that I have told here as Alex is not something that I just make up the decision and put it. Alex, I just represented Alex, whereas in studio, Alex is represented by me, Jitesh. I'll have a marketing representative, I'll have my art director representative, I'll have my programming representative. It's a combined effect. We take in statistic proofs from the marketing analysis to identify that, okay, this is possibly the behavior of that kind of a crowd. And we try to confirm it with our seniors, yes, who are more experienced on these things. But this is how we start off. What she wants, tough question, but very simple answer. You know your mother does most of the work at the home, okay? Even if it is at US or British, most of the household works, yeah, they do, even if the husbands do a lot of work. But if she's working and she does the household work, there is a lot of work that she does. She needs a break time. And in break time, I can guarantee you on this factor, if you are playing Dragon Age, I'm pretty sure your parents won't play Dragon Age. But if you are playing Uno or Snake and Ladder, your parents may play. It clearly shows that the smallest time that your parents have, and they don't want to learn a new game and play out. But if it is a game that they have learned and they know it, they'll be glad to play with it. So the intellectual engagement with it can be friends, sisters, any kind of relationship. It can be children. It's more of a family. And the second one, bonding with family. It is something that maybe it's not that much seen in India, where parents actually given games to bond with children. But the statistical facts from Europe shows that bonding with children and parents is mostly when they have these kind of recreational activities. So we take that into consideration. Okay. So that sums up with the persona of 100 all-time favorites, and of course it's not foolproof. You're not saying that we did it perfectly right. No. We did it perfectly wrong. Out of that, couple of things were right. You know, couple of things were right. That we come to know only after, say, we see the reviews of the game, and we see that whether the reviews are coming back, whether we targeted for this audience, whether they are giving us a feedback or not. Okay. Based on that feedback, what went right? It was a perfect Thanksgiving present. Because we launched it in October. It was Thanksgiving time. Okay? When a parent saw the game, they said like, oh, 100 all-time favorites, and you have a lot of compilation of games in it, which she or he is particularly known about. And if she sees the list of games at the back, and okay, you have 100 games, you have chess, you have this, it would be good. And it has a tutorial session also. Yeah. It would be a perfect gift for the children to actually make them learn the old classics. So we felt it was a right thing, because as we saw the sales going in, we were sure that it was going good. Because it was a perfect Thanksgiving gift and a Christmas gift that reached the kids. Second thing, parents don't oppose you from playing. This point is something that I got from a feedback. It's from a couple of reviews that was written. Like Amanda, I saw a female called Alexia. She's somewhere around 38. She has 2 kids. She has written over there that she has bought this game seeing it. She knew chess, but she didn't know poker, so she wanted to learn it. She took it, she gave it to the kids. The kids love playing the fun arcade stuff, but in time she was giving poker to them, and they played it with the tutorials and they loved it. So there was a specific feedback that came in that clearly shows that the parents were, playing with the kids, and they are not opposing them from playing this. So these are a couple of, we can say this went right only once we get the reviews back from the target audience saying that, yeah, we got it. Otherwise, we have only a list of, what went wrong. So I'm not going to block those parts. I'm still going to say you what went wrong from our side. What went wrong? First thing, shorter production time cost us lesser quality in some aspects. Okay, where did we lose quality? That's one way. You must have seen 100 all-time favorites has 100 different games in that is there. 100 different games has 100 different layouts of rules that you need to follow. And on top of that, you'll have to have 3 levels of NPCs. 3 levels of difficulties. That was tough. We had to ship in the game with, say, only 1 level of difficulty, and rest all leave it on to the multiplayer mode where you can challenge with any NPC brain, any human brain to play with. So that was a compromise we had to do. It's just one aspect that we had to compromise in to keep up the content moving. Second thing was production delay due to the big picture. I still remember that while we were doing the multiplayer for Chinese checkers, we had random issues like 6 players, 6 testers playing like this. And one guy just closes and says that the third guy right now would have a crash of the whole game. It's at 12 o'clock in the night, they say like, Jitin, you have an issue over there. Okay? So that was a major problem for us because we had to submit this to Nintendo, and we clearly knew they are going to pick us on this kind of an issue at the submission day. So this was one thing that delayed us from August till September for the till October for the launch of the game. And that summarizes our experience with Amanda and 100 all-time favorites. I'll move on to the next one. Okay, that is our latest game. We just got it released in the US market this October, and the UK release is scheduled for this December. Okay, is Sports Collection. Okay, and key features of it, I think most of you guys must be knowing why we talked about Alexa right now. I'll just go through this and very quickly. Key features, it had 15 solo and team-based sports. It had 18 playable athletes that were like uniquely made characters. You had 3 levels of difficulty. We didn't miss out the difficulty this time. 2-player multiplayer support. That's something that I'll come back in soon, because why we did it only for 2-player multiplayer support. And right now is something is a debatable thing. What you see over there is a packaging screenshot. It's something that has been packaged with. I'll show you what is a splash screen looking like. Why? The question is, when you, as a parent, when you try to sell in a game with a second screen over there, you can clearly say it looks cartoon. It's a TV cartoon thing, and I don't want my children to sit with a cartoon, right? But whereas the game is not about cartoons. We as a developer know that it's not about cartoons. Okay? It's something that the children like over there, that's why we put it over there. But no. So we wanted the social security between the parents. So we had a